So Arsenal returned to Premier League action this midweek following the FA Cup win over Newcastle last weekend. Can we make it 5 wins in a row in all competitions? This is the Arsenal v Crystal Palace match preview. Hello, my name is Richard. Welcome back to my channel over and over again, the Positive Arsenal channel. In this video, we'll look ahead to this midweek game against Crystal Palace here at the Emirates Stadium. Just before I do that, I want to make sure that you are subscribing to my channel. If you've been here before and you like what I do, or maybe if you're new here, you like some positive Arsenal content, please click on the subscribe button down in the corner there. Please give this video a thumbs up as well. And if you've got any comments at all to make about the match on Thursday evening or anything else to do with Arsenal, please drop them in the comments box because I do love to hear from you guys as well. So in history then, Arsenal have played Crystal Palace 47 times. Arsenal have won 28, there's been 14 draws, and Crystal Palace have won just 5. But actually Arsenal haven't won any of the last 4 meetings against Crystal Palace. There's been 3 draws and 1 defeat, of course, when Crystal Palace won 3-2 at the Emirates back in May 2019. Of course, last season's 2 games both finished in a draw. It was 1-1 at Selhurst Park in January, and of course before that there was that infamous game at the Emirates here last season which finished in a 2-2 draw. Arsenal were of course 2-0 up very early in that game, but of course it's going to be always remembered for the Granit Xhaka incident when he was substituted in the second half. So let's hope that this time and that the game can be remembered for things that are on the pitch. I say we've got a good record in history against Crystal Palace. I say we've only lost 5 times, although 2 of those defeats have come in the last 5 seasons actually, and we did lose 3-0 at Selhurst Park, of course, back in 2017 as well. But we've only actually lost 3 of the last 35 matches in all competitions against Crystal Palace. We've won 21 and there's been 11 draws. So historically, of course, we've got the upper hand against Crystal Palace, but we haven't won any of the last 2 here at the Emirates Stadium. There's been a draw and a defeat. Last time we won here was back in 2018. It was a 4-1 victory. If you remember that game, really good performance it was from Arsenal. So it's not been a great recent record, but I say historically, we've definitely held the upper hand. In terms of predicted lineup then, I'm expecting the team to be similar to the one which played at West Bromwich Albion in our last Premier League game 2 weeks ago. So I'm not expecting too many changes from that. So I think Bernd Leno will again start in goal, and I think the back 4, it'll be Hector Bellerin at right back. I think David Luiz may well keep his place at centre back following a decent performance against Newcastle, and I think Pablo Mari will be alongside him as well. They both looked a good partnership in that particular game. And of course left back will be Kieran Tierney, not just because he's got no real competition out at the moment with Sead Kolasinac out on loan, but just because he's been playing fantastically, hasn't he, for a long time now. In midfield, I think again we'll go with a 2. Thomas Partey's in contention for this game. He's been in full training for a couple of weeks now. He could well start this game, possibly alongside Granit Xhaka. And then the 3 just in front, I think we'll have Aubameyang. I think he'll switch to the left-hand side because Martinelli's injured. I think Smith Rowe will be in the number 10 position, and Bukayo Saka should be on the right-hand side where he's put in some fantastic performances in recent games. And I think centre-forward position will go to Alexander Lacazette, of course, top scorer. Been in great form lately as well, scored a lot of goals, and of course made a big impact from the bench against Newcastle. So I'm expecting that to be the lineup. On the bench, will we see Florian Balogun? He's not been featured, has he, at all? There's rumours of him maybe moving on out of the club, so it'd be interesting to see if he's on the bench this time. I'm expecting Eddie Nketiah to be on the bench, and probably as well players like Dani Ceballos, Joe Willock, and hopefully Willian will only make the bench this time, and Nicolas Pepe as well, because I think both of those 2 have shown in recent games that they're just not good enough to take us forward. So a score prediction then, I'll say we do historically hold the upper hand over Crystal Palace, although not quite so much in the last couple of years. Palace aren't in great form, are they, in the league, certainly, and they did get knocked out of the FA Cup as well at Wolves at the weekend, so they're not going to be coming full of confidence. I think it's a good time for us to be playing them. We are on a bit of a roll. I think if we select the team that's been playing in the last few Premier League games, I can't see us having too many problems winning this game. Of course, Crystal Palace do play well away from home, and they set up well, don't they? They defend deep, and then they've got good pace on the counter-attack, haven't they? Particularly with Wilfried Zaha. Of course, I'm sure he'll want to still have a point to prove playing against us, of course, when the transfer that nearly went through. In fact, it's still a transfer that we could still do, and I still think he would be a big bonus for us as well if we could get him. So I'm sure he's going to have a good game. But I think overall, I expect us to win this game, and I expect it to be a fairly comfortable victory. So I'm going to predict this score as being Arsenal 3, Crystal Palace 0. So it's another important game for Arsenal, isn't it? As we look to, say, make it 5 wins in a row. It'll be the first time we've done that under Mikel Arteta, actually. So it'll be a good milestone to lay down as well. And plus, as well, it's going to put us right back in the hunt for a place in the top 6 and even the top 4. It's very congested in that area of the league. So it's important that we keep winning games. And to say another victory, that would be our 4th league victory in a row. Not many teams have put together a run of 4 wins actually this season. Just shows how inconsistent everybody's been. So if we can put together a decent run now, we've got Newcastle coming up next week as well at home, where we've got a good record against them. And of course, we did just beat them in the FA Cup. So if we can win these next 2 league games, it's really going to put us in a great position as we move into the final part of the season. So it's a big game for us. I say I'm confident that we can win. It's important that we put in another good performance as well. I'll say the last few league performances have been really optimistic, and if we produce a performance similar to that on Thursday night, I'm sure we'll come away with another important 3 points. So that's it then. That's my preview of Thursday night's game against Crystal Palace here at the Emirates. Coming up on the show, we'll be doing a warm-up show on Wednesday evening, looking ahead to this game. I've got a Crystal Palace fan joining me, Jay. Melbourne will be on as well. All the usual features will be there, looking back at past memories, players that's played for both clubs. It's probably the biggest list actually of that we've had so far. A lot of players have actually played for Arsenal and Crystal Palace over the years, so that's going to be interesting as well. And of course, we'll also look at it all from a Crystal Palace perspective, get predicted lineups from everybody, and of course score predictions as well. So that's going to be 6 o'clock on Wednesday evening. So please stay tuned to the channel for that. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Please click the button down in the corner there. Please give this video a thumbs up as well if you enjoy it. Share the content around as well. I want to thank all my new subscribers. I've had quite a few over the last week or so. I hope you're enjoying the content. Please stay tuned to the channel. Click the notification bell as well to get notified when I release new videos, so you don't miss out on any of the content that I'm doing. And please leave your comments as well about this game, what your team selection would be, what your score prediction is. I'll say anything else to do with Arsenal as well. It'd be great to hear from you guys. So say stay tuned to the channel. The live show coming up Wednesday, and I will be doing a watch along of this game as well on Thursday evening. It's an 8 o'clock kickoff, so I'll probably go live about 7:45 just to run through the team news and that kind of stuff, and then get into the watch along. So stay tuned to the channel. Lots coming up. And of course, in the meantime, heading into another big week for Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners!